सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. ॐ
Yes, I said that whatever we do by following the scriptures and the instructions, and by doing Sravanam, Mananam, and Nidhi Dhyasanam, and following a dharmic lifestyle, there is an accumulative effect. You don't start every day from zero or from the beginning. You start from the point that you left the previous day.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you are aware during the day, the more you are aware and trying to be aware as much as possible, even every second, it will arrive a mature stage where you don't need to do anything anymore. Like awareness will be very strong, presence will be very strong, and will not need from your side to do an effort anymore. It will be just automatically that you are fully aware, fully in presence, fully in Sahaja Samadhi, like a natural meditation. You don't need to sit down and do meditation anymore. You will be 24/7 in meditation status, in Sahaja Samadhi. You will be really a moving meditation Subodhananda.
Nice.
There will not be a need to sit down and to do sitting sessions of meditation.
Yeah,
because this is the point, not to all day long to be in a non-meditative status and then you just go for 1 hour sitting meditation and that's all, or even twice a day or 3 times a day. This is not the point. The point is to be 24/7 in a meditation status, in Sahaja Samadhi, where it means that whatever you do, it's from the standpoint of Saksi Chaitanyam, witnessing consciousness. You allow the body-mind complex to exhaust the prarabdha karma, but at the same time you remain in full awareness, in full jnanam, in full self-knowledge.
Mm-hmm. At the moment, I mean, I can't say that I go into full self-knowledge or have like the most profound experience of presence, but just to snap out of normality as often as possible and into some kind of awareness, some kind of practice of awareness, rather than just thinking ordinary thoughts, identifying and just as everybody else does, just like I'm me, I'm thinking this, blah, 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 to snap out of it as many times as possible, flick the switch and go into some practice of awareness. Like you say, asking the questions, what is aware of this body? What is aware of this person? Where is it? Or just to think, I'm not this body, I'm awareness alone. Or just to be aware of the sounds outside, or to be aware of my thoughts, or to be aware of as much as I can of my thoughts, sounds, everything. Just to be aware and to snap out of that, just not kind of mindless, just ordinary thinking.
Yes, and it should be with full detachment. And like you are watching in the movie, the life story of Subodhananda. This should be the final outcome. That I see Subodhananda is exhausting his prarabdha karma. He's going through actions and thinking and emotions and events and relationships and everything. And I'm watching here, sitting down in this chair of the cinema, and I'm just watching. This should be the final outcome. And the more you do it now, as often as possible, the more quickly will come the final outcome.
Like at the moment when I catch myself and I'm thinking about whatever. I'm thinking about, I don't know, work, or I'm identifying as this body-mind complex. And I think, okay, let's snap out of that. And I'll start watching my thoughts, or I'll ask these profound questions, or I'll do something. And most of the time I find that I automatically, when I become aware, my thinking stops practically. This is okay, is it?
Yes, it is. It is very natural then that when we are aware and when we are in full presence, that the thinking process is going into a reducing mode.
Yeah.
It is very natural. But
Yeah.
when there is no awareness as such, it becomes even more strong. The natural way of the mind is to bombarding nonstop with thoughts, and most of them, 99% of them, completely repetitive. So the awareness presence is the factor which will destroy the repetition of the vrittis, the waves in the mind.
Yeah, that's what seems to happen.
Yeah, it's very natural.
And also, like you said before, you don't waste. I think you said you don't waste prana with these ordinary, repetitive thoughts. When you snap out of it into awareness, you've much more energized.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And you can use the dynamic that you have for something more creative, something more useful and beneficial for yourself and also for the humanity. Because you will have plenty of energy to use for more noble things rather than being attached to the thinking process and to all agas and dvesas and all likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
Also, awareness gives the power to make something a preference rather than a need, a struggle, because you need. So with awareness, with presence, Sacchidananda, you have the space which is needed to transmute all the apparent needs that you believe you have, needing this, needing that, into a preference only. And then by this way, you become more free. If you are attached, if you are in this like a robotic non-stop bombarding of the thoughts, you don't have space that is required to transform the likes and dislikes, raga and dvesa, and all the needs that you think you have, all the needing to a preference, just a simple preference. I like to go out. I prefer to go out now because I was many hours in front of the screen and it was not healthy for the entire body-mind complex system. You just say this to yourself: I prefer to go out now, but if I cannot go now out, if I cannot go, it's okay. It's just a preference. I don't really need that. It creates space. Awareness, presence creates space, creates a lot of power, of control over attachment, over the sensation of samsari. I am a samsari. Trapped. I am in bondage in this body-mind complex, in this jagat, in this world. This is a false notion because you cannot be in bondage in reality. You cannot be entrapped. inside the body-mind complex. Why? Because they do not exist. The body-mind complex does not exist. The world does not exist. How you can be entrapped inside something that cannot really exist? Only if you believe so. Only if you superimpose this to yourself.
Mm.
You say I'm trapped. I'm trapped in the body-mind complex. You say I'm trapped in the world. You say I'm not self-realized. All are false notions in the mind. Everything is mental.
Mm.
When in reality, what you really are is beyond this mind, beyond any kind of concept, any kind of notions. And awareness presence, Sacchidananda, gives you this space that you really need to go out this trap.
Yeah. It's quite fascinating how sometimes, so you like Subodhananda will catch myself. I'm always aware of what I'm thinking, but just thinking in a kind of more robotic manner, and I'm like, okay, go, and I become aware, and then say 5 minutes later, I'm back into robotic thinking, and I've the transition from one to the other seems like it's strange. It's almost, I can't, how do you say it? You go from one to the other, backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. But when you go from robotic thinking to awareness, you do it quite consciously. And then when you're in a state of awareness, you lose it, and it seems in a kind of mysterious way. It's like it's suddenly you've lost it without being conscious of it. I suppose you become unconscious at some point.
Okay, we humans using this expression, I became unconscious, but in reality, this can never be happened.
But do you know what I mean? It's like I lose this awareness, and it's a mysterious process. Suddenly, I've got no recognition that it happened. Then I'm like, oh, I'm back into ordinary thinking again. When did I lose my awareness?
Mm-hmm. It's due to the predispositions of the mind.
Mm.
It is mentioned in the Shastram as the Purva Janma Samskaras, which means predispositions or waves in the mind that are coming due to previous lifetimes. So there is a kind of momentum that you cannot avoid.
Yeah, okay.
And the only way that you can stop this momentum is through jnanam, through self-knowledge, and through all the prescriptions from our tradition. Sravanam, Mananam, Nidhi Dhyasanam, and the dharmic lifestyle. And of course, satsangas with the guru, and as much as possible, connection with the guru parampara. And gradually, this momentum is losing its power. It becomes less and less intense until it appears a very mature stage where there is no momentum anymore. There is only a slow motion of exhausting of the prarabdha karma, but not with speed as previously. Now, the jnani, the so-called jnani, is watching a more slow fruition and exhaustion of the prarabdha karma. He's not anymore involved in this speed like a common person. But it needs, of course, the work and endeavors and efforts as mentioned in our tradition.
Yeah.
Without Sravanam, Mananam, Nidhi Dhyasanam, without a guru, without the Guru Parampara, without the Dharmic lifestyle, it is impossible to start this moment, to stop this momentum.
Mm.
There is no ability to use any kind of brakes, in inverted commas.
Yeah.
If you don't have these tools, this help. It's like you are running with 300 kilometers per hour and you want to stop the car, but you don't have the mechanism. You don't have brakes. You don't have the ability to change the gears.
Mm.
And how you can stop the car, how you can reduce the speed.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine something like that with the mind, with the thinking process and the attachment of the mind. It needs tools, it needs mechanisms to reduce its momentum, to reduce its power and its habitual superimposed function.
Mm. Obviously, switching into awareness, so to speak, over and over again, as much as you can during the day, is very, very helpful.
Yes.
But still,
To create a new beneficial habit.
Mm. But then you still need to do other things, like to study as well, because when you study or you listen to the guru or you listen to satsangas, that gives you more inspiration to practice awareness as often as you can during the day. It's not, you don't just do it by chance.
Yes, plus all the rest are creating other tools for help, other mechanisms.
Mm.
It's not only to become aware and to have this witnessing consciousness, this presence. It's also that the Sravanam, Mananam, and Nidhi Dhyasanam and the Dharmic lifestyle, the company of the Guru and the Guru Parampara will give you other benefits as well, such as the power to choose. Instead of choosing, let's say, to go out in a club or in a cafe or somewhere to spend your time,
Mm.
will give you the advice that you don't actually need that. You can be completely secure and happy and blissful and in full enjoyment, even without the need to go in worldly places and in worldly companionships. Because you believe that you are a body-mind complex and you believe that you need certain things from the world, then you, as a servant, as a slave of the mind, you go and follow this trap, these urges.
Mm.
But what will happen if you study and the scriptures will remind to you, wake up. You are not the body-mind complex. You don't actually need anything at all. You are just complete and perfect, and bliss is your own nature. Happiness is your own nature. Peace is your own nature.
Mm.
Enjoyment is your own nature. You don't need to go to a live concert or to a cafe or to a restaurant or to the movies or to anything to gain, in inverted commas, what you already have and are.
Mm.
And it goes like this. It will stop all these habitual patterns, all these patterns. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that in order to feel nice. I need to go there. I need to do this. I need to be with friends. I need to go for these entertainments.
Mm.
I need to plan for this. I need to travel. I need this. I need that. A whole list of not necessary things
Mm.
in order for you to have peace, happiness, and bliss and security, because you already you are the source of all this, the only real source. You, let's say, you have a thought, I need to go with my friends in order to have some kind of security that I will not stay alone. But security cannot be given from friends, because the friends, when they will betray you,
Hmm.
where will be your security?
Hmm.
Will you have security then?
No.
Or let's say there is a thought, I need to go out with my friends because they will judge me that I'm not a normal person and I'm staying at home or this and that. But in reality, you don't need the approvement, the
Approval.
approval of the friends or of the society for anything.
No.
You are already a perfect Brahman, perfect Brahman. You are already um, infinite, totally secure, totally Satschidananda. There is no need of all this to follow all these patterns of the thinking process.
Hmm.
Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. They may judge me, they may think that I'm not normal, I will not have enough friends or not at all. I will not have what I need to have. This and that and that and this. The list is huge.
Hmm.
But when you are with the company of the scriptures, when you do Sravanam, Mananam, and Nidhi Dhyasanam, when you follow a dharmic lifestyle, when you have regular contact with your guru and the guru parampara, then you will remember all these things. You will remember, I'm perfect, I'm complete, I am the whole, I am in fulfillment. I don't need to do all these things that I thought I need to do
Hmm.
in order to have security, happiness, bliss, and peace. No, I don't need. I may choose out of a preference, but I don't need.
Mm-hmm.
And then when there is only a need, it gives samsara. You become a samsari. And when there is only a preference, you become a free. You become liberated. You are liberated. But when you forget that and you become a samsari, then of course you don't feel that you are liberated already. Nitya mukta, eternally free, eternally liberated. The
Hmm.
friends, worldly friends, will never be conducive to your path to self realization. Only friends who are members
Yeah.
of the Guru Parampara and their brothers and sisters and following the same mumuksutvam, the desire for liberation, for moksha. Only these kind of friends can be really conducive to your desire for moksha. All the rest of friends will trap you, will put you astray from your destination, will
Hmm.
not help you to reach your destination of moksha, of self realization, of recognition and conviction that I am already a self realized Brahman. The worldly things, the worldly enjoyments, the worldly friends will never be conducive, will act as a distraction, a huge distraction. That's why it is much better to try to be as much as possible with fellow brothers and sisters in the Guru Parampara
Hmm.
rather than worldly people, because the worldly people will not remind you the teachings, of course, will not help you to walk the path of self-realization. They will make you to walk the path of a worldly person, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it needs a lot of care, a lot of being aware of your choices during the day. Instead of being with worldly people, it's better to try to be with fellow brothers and sisters from the Guru Parampara, or to spend as much as possible time for Sravanam, Mananam, and Nidhi Dhyasanam, rather to spend the precious lifetime in worldly things and companies.
Mm.
There are 84 million species as per the scriptures. And to be reborn as a human being is so rare and so precious that we should not spend even 1 second without being sure that we do something really worthy. Even Adi Sankaracharya was mentioning that the one who is not offering most of his lifetime to self-realization, moksha, he is a real suicider.
Yeah.
So this is an amazing phrase reminding to us that what can be more important than self-realization, self-knowledge. And then also, when you are involved in the scriptures and in guru service and in guru company, in the guru's company, and having thoughts and companion with the guru parampara in general, then the fulfillment is in no comparison much greater. And the same if you do Loka Sangraham, if you devote time to Loka Sangraham, the satisfaction in your spirit, the bliss and fulfillment that you can receive is no comparison greater than to spend in worldly things and activities. Like all the day should be a practice, should be Sahaj Samadhi, should be sadhana, should be meditation.
Yeah, and it's a question of the tipping point. Suddenly, at the moment, it's only a relatively small amount like that, but gets more and more, and then you get more of a taste for it as well. So
Yes,
it gains its own momentum, and it's something that you want to do more and more as you get more and more of a taste, and it becomes more and more part of your life. So it's slowly, it snowballs.
exactly. That's why I mentioned also that it becomes accumulative and it becomes more and more strong and more automatic.
Mm.
To this body-mind complex, there is no need the last 15, 20 years to do something. It's just automatic. I don't need to say I'm Brahman. It's only my second nature. It's only my recognition and conviction. I don't need to say Aham Brahmasmi. I don't need to meditate. I don't need to do any sadhana. There is no need. Such as there is no need to go to the mirror and say, this body-mind complex is a human body-mind complex.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to go to the mirror every morning and say, Subodhananda is a human body-mind complex. The same for me, in inverted commas, there is no need to do any practice anymore.
Yeah.
And it's something achievable. It's something very difficult, but not impossible.
Yeah.
It just need constant effort. Following all the recipe as per the scriptures and the Guru Parampara. Then there is no need to finish your job, for example, to do these questions and practice. You work in front of the screen and you remember and you ask, the body-mind complex now is working in front of the screen. What is watching this body-mind complex? And where is it? Can I localize it? And then you can continue, you can expand it for 1 minute. What is the nature of this witnessing consciousness? What is made of? What is its stuff, in inverted commas? And then you you can see that you cannot find the stuff. You cannot find the constituents. It's just beyond any attributes, beyond any constituents, beyond any stuff. Just pure consciousness, pure awareness, pure presence, completely impersonal, no nameless, spaceless, formless, beginningless, birthless. You can do that every minute that you remember, even when you work in front of the screen. Why not? This is the highest form of meditation. And it will appear a day where you don't need to do any more of these questions. You will just know permanently.
Mm.
You will just be in self-knowledge permanently, without the need to ask these questions, without the need to look on on your nature of presence. You will just know forever. And then where is the need of reincarnation? The projection of a new lifetime is due to ragas and vesas, like likes and dislikes, attachment in the worldly things and worldly pleasures. But if you don't have any more attachment, why to project a new lifetime? There will not be a need for that. You will just wish to stay as you are, as Brahman itself. Nothing will pull you down, in inverted commas, down in these worldly things, in these worldly lifetimes. Because if you recognize that my nature is full, eternal bliss, happiness, and peace, then where is the need of struggling and wishing worldly pleasures? Just simply, there is no need anymore. Just like when you are a boy and you play with small cars and other games, you don't do that, hopefully, when you are 40 years old. You have other values, you have other interests. Somehow it's like this. You become mature. You don't need any more worldly things to prove to you that you are okay. You don't need external apparent security by having, let's say, or struggling for money or wealth or possessions. You don't struggle for a partner in life to fulfill you or to complete you. You don't ask for worldly pleasures to feel bliss, happiness, and peace. You are just that, eternally. Clear?
Yeah.
पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः